Hey, what's up, y'all? Okay, look, this one, this is about like a fucking spirit or fucking ghost story or whatever you want to call it. So, like I mentioned in that in the American Cholo interview, that we're staying at this big house, right? And that this lady, some boss lady, had told us that we could stay there. But in reality, this pad belonged to some dude, and this dude was like major. I'm not gonna say his name, but my understanding was that when he got killed, the DEA came down and make sure they got a DNA sample to make sure that that was really who was dead right there, you know. And so we're gonna go to this pad, right? So this is the I don't know how real this shit is or what, but this is the backstory on the pad. So rumor was this is what they told us that dude el ruco that really owned the pad, este había quebrado a uno de sus bodyguards for looking at one of his bitches and buried him in that pad. That he was buried in that pad. So, so like we would always clown que había un pinche ghost o lo que sea. Y a veces, okay, so la sala de la casa estaba bien grande, y we had purchased these couches, right? We had a big screen TV. This is before they were like the thin flat ones. This is one of those big ass ones that were like thick from the back. So sometimes at night, like my other boy be knocked out or whatever, I'll be in the living room. I'd smoke some weed, and I'll be playing Madden. And this is PlayStation 2 days. I'll be playing Madden and fucking I'll be playing SOCOM. Y so we're right here. Right across from me was a fireplace, and from the fireplace all the way to the wall was probably like, man, that shit was a big ass area. But it was all glass. It was all, glass. And it's a pad with high ceilings and shit, right? So I had some big ass long curtains. But estas madres, it didn't cover everything. So right on the edge, there was a part where, if you could go around the side of the house and stand right there and look in. So every time at night, I never forgot that story about the dude that got buried right there, right? So I'll be playing video games at night. And I wouldn't even want to fucking look over there. Especially if I had smoked some weed, I wouldn't even try to look over there. I just try to focus on the TV, and that was it. So, but for a minute, me and my boy and everybody that came over would get this feeling like if somebody was fucking there, like somebody was watching us or some shit. Y so there was this one dude, right, that we would call Primo. This fool was like, he weighed like 350, 400 pounds. He was a chef in San Diego. And he'd get off around 2 o'clock, and he'd always show up around 3 o'clock to the pad. And not all the time, but most of the time. He lived like on the east side of TJ. For those that know, this area is called Refugio. And so so he would always come, bring fucking cheesecake, all kinds of like different shit, maybe shit he made. He'd bring us some stuff, right? Just check up on us and everything, right? Y so like I said, he would always show up around 3 o'clock. This pad where everybody had their own room, big rooms, California King, like big ass beds and everything. So at this pad, we were taking care of this dude's dog, the homie's cousin's dog. This dog, el perro se llamaba Zeus. It was a fucking Rottweiler. And this fucking dog was just, if you know about Rottweilers, these motherfuckers are rowdy. So, like I said, this was a house with a big ass tall wall, garage, then a door that led to the front of the house, whatever, right? On the outside. And then you walk through there and you could come to the front door of the house. So this dog, if there was a fucking squirrel, a bird, anything got close to the wall or the garage door or the front door, el pinche perro está fucking barking, hacía un puto escándalo. So, pero ya cuando se dormía en la front door de la casa, like literally the house doors, which were two big ass wooden doors, that would like open up like this. And he would knock out like right there. Y entonces, And see, and where the room's at, it was like this big, long hallway. But the hallway, I'm not talking about no hallway like the size of a door. Fuck no, this is a big ass hallway. This is the size of a room almost, you know? You could probably fit a car in this hallway. Y había cuarto, 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 cuarto. And then there was a major, like a master suite. But no one slept in it. You know, it had a jacuzzi and a gigantic ass walk-in closet. And then it led out to like, it had a barber shop with like barbershop chairs, two of them. You know, it had a sauna, like, you know, the toilets, they were like the bidets, the ones that like fucking squirt water up and all that. And then it had a door that would lead out to like to the grass, to the swimming pool, in that area, to the area where the fucking supposedly the bodyguard was buried. So, you know, and then my boy, este way, he was always fucking talking about like ghost stories and all this shit. Y me acuerdo que una vez me contó que que he got down with this fucking ball of fire that was like a evil energy slash the devil. I don't know, something like that, you know. And so in these days we would talk about shit like that. Y so this one night that fool was like, "Hey fool, let's watch movies," but knock out over here in the room. So I come and I fucking I make my, you know, pongo blankets in the beach, so I'm chilling. He's like, "Fool, just get the other half side of the bed." So that fool was on one side, I was on the other side. And then watching movies, and then me acuerdo que I don't know who brung it to me, but Jay-Z had just dropped a new album. So they have I think it was the black one. What album was that? I'm not sure, but whatever. But I had a fucking CD Walkman. This is before, right before fucking the little iPod was about to come out. Y entonces, yeah, when the movie was kind of done, whatever, the TV was just on, I went and got that shit. And you gotta understand, my boy, he fucking hated Jay-Z. He hated everybody that Tupac had beef with. He hated Nas, he hated Jay-Z, he hated Mobb Deep, he hated everybody that Pac had beef with. This fool was a true fucking Machiavelli fan, you know? Y a mí, pues a mí me valía verga. That fool be like, "Man, fuck that fool Jay-Z. Why you listening to that fool?" And me, like I said, I listen to hip-hop. It don't matter what the fuck it was, you know? Whether it was fucking Cash Money, No Limit, lo que sea. I'm fucking with all that. So, you know, so me pongo los, you know, I smoked a little bit of weed, me pongo los pinches headphones. I'm playing the whole album, so I'm like with my eyes closed. I'm taking the album like that shit's a movie, you know? Y so like halfway through, like that fool was like me, you know, we didn't really sleep. We were trying to like we try to get rest, but I don't think he slept like that, you know? Y all of a sudden, like I'm halfway through the album, the doors, I'm not telling you, they're big, two big wooden doors. So when you knock on them, they thumps like boom, boom, boom. They have bass on them, right? So that shit starts happening. Boom, 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 boom. So we're like, fuck, it's Primo. And actually, we would call him Fat Ass. We're like, "Man, Fat Ass is here. Go open the door. Now you go. No, you go." That shit was going on again, you know? So I'm like, all right, let me go open this shit. So este güey se levanta y va a la ventana. Y él se está asomando por la ventana. And I go to the front door. But see, like, this pad was big. So what I would do, I would turn on the light. And then I would walk the next corridor of the fucking hallway, you know? I would like turn on the light to illuminate me into the next section where I could turn on the next light. Y así. Y luego I make that left towards the front door. Prendo la luz también ahí. Entonces abro la pinche puerta y there's nobody there. So I open, you know, abro las dos. Nobody's there. Sales, Zeus, the Rottweiler's fucking knocked out in the front door. If there would have been somebody knocking, that fool would have been barking and like trying to climb up on them and all that shit. Nothing. But we both heard it. Boom, 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 boom. Like, so entonces so I went back and we were kind of tripping on it. We're like, "Man, I heard that shit." "Yeah, me too. I heard it too." So we're like, fuck it. I went back to hearing the fucking album, you know, another like 2 or 3 minutes, and they started banging on the door again. Boom, 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 thumping on that shit. And then, you know, I had to like, como la pinche cobija like over me, right? My blanket. Pull my come apart. I'm like, go check, fool, it's your turn. So that fool didn't want to go, but he goes and he's doing the same thing, turning light by light as he gets closer. And I'm looking by the window. Fool comes back and he's like, man, there's nobody there. And fucking Zeus is fuck. El Zeus está dormido a la verga el güey. Knocked the fuck out. So we were just like, kind of like, Like we didn't want to say it, but we're like, man, I wonder if it's the fucking bodyguard fucking with us, you know? And nunca supimos, you know, but that was our assumption. And there's gonna be a part two to this shit because there's some other shit that happened later. But for now, that's it.